Welcome back everyone. So in this video we're going to take a look at UI elements and how we can script them using BPY. So the goal here is to be able to create a UI just like this, where we can make real-time updates to, let's say, the procedural table that we've been working on. And before we dive into that, let's take a high-level look into the theory behind it. So we need to import BPY as usual, and the panel here is basically a class. Okay, it's a Python class that defines the location of the panel, its name, its elements, its layout. Okay, and in order to create a class like that, we have to give it a name, and we have to respect the naming convention of BPY classes. So let's do it this way. So we're gonna do main underscore pt underscore the name of the add-on, for example. And this class will be an instance of a class that's already in the BPY module, and it's bpy.types.panel. This class needs to be defined using BL ID name, BL label. So BL ID name is basically the same as the name of the class that Blender can use to remember this class. Okay, so we're gonna do BL ID name equals the same as this. BL label is the title that will be displayed in the panel. Okay, so we're gonna do new panel. BL category defines under which tab the panel will be located. So over here we have a few different tabs, and let's say we want to create a new one. We can just input a name that doesn't exist here, so we're gonna do new panel category or something. BL space type defines the area in which the add-on will be displayed. So it can be either the view 3D, which is the 3D viewport, the properties area, the node editor, etc. So we're just gonna do view 3D for now. BL region type defines the actual region inside the space type. So in the view 3D, we can have an add-on be in the N panel or in the T panel or in the header. So let's do UI, which is the N panel, basically. So just like that, we've defined our class, but we need to actually draw the elements inside it. So we're going to do define draw, and we're going to pass self and context. This is the method where we're gonna structure our elements, and we can start with the layout, which is self.layout without any parentheses. And then inside the layout we can have multiple sub layouts like row, box, or column. For the row, it's gonna be layout.row. This is a function, so it should be with parentheses. Inside the row, let's say we want just a text for now. We can add the multiple UI elements to a row or a box or a layout directly, like operators or properties. But for this example, we're just gonna have a text. So let's say row.label, and this label will have a text argument of this is a new panel. Okay. I made a mistake here, so I'm just gonna delete this. It needs to be called like this. And for now, this is all we have. Okay. Don't be intimidated, because this is all that there is for the panels. Okay. You just have this, and you can just edit each of these parameters. Okay. There's nothing to be afraid of here. And for the draw method, you can just have as many entries as you like. These are just the foundations, and you can do whatever you want with just these things. Okay. And so in order to actually see our panel, we need to do something called registering. Okay, so registering basically allows Blender to understand what you're trying to do, and it's gonna keep in mind the classes that you've created and load them when you run the script or when you enable the add-on. Okay, so a good practice is to have all the classes that you're gonna have inside a list. For now we just have the one class, so we're gonna do this. If we have multiple classes, then we can just insert all of them here and then register all of them at once. Okay, so we're gonna define the register function, and with the register function there should be an unregister function. Okay, so this is when the script is enabled and this is when it's disabled. So let's start by registering all the classes inside the classes list. So for class in classes, we're gonna register it using the function bpy.utils.register class. And the class that we're trying to register is the variable class, which can be any class of the classes list. Same thing for the unregistering, except it's gonna be unregister this time. And when you're done, you're gonna do a little if name equals main, then you're gonna register the classes. Okay, so this basically just calls this function. It calls the register function when you hit run. Okay, if we don't do that here, then Blender doesn't really know what you're trying to do. So this is just to tell it, hey, when the script is run, please run the register function, which is gonna go around and register all the classes in here. The only one of which is the main panel, which has a row and a label that says this is a new panel that exists in these, let's say, coordinates. Okay, so theoretically this should work. Let's press run, and it doesn't give us any errors, which means it has succeeded. We can see that we have a new category here called new panel category. If we press it, we have a new panel with a text label called this is a new panel. Let's duplicate this and see what it's gonna do. And we press run, it's gonna do it multiple times. And you can see that this is the backbone of Blender add-on development. Okay, if you understand this, then you can do basically anything. Okay, in the next video we're gonna take a look at creating operators, buttons, and the one after that we're gonna take a look at properties. All right, so that concludes our video. So be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below whatever you think about this video or this tutorial series, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.